everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the...
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the third quarterback taken back in April's draft, Dwayne Haskins out of Ohio State.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and then hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. It'll be a 3-yard gain.
That's it,
and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So here are the Lions under second-year coach Matt Patricia. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, we've had that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game here and gets a little bit of help, maybe other guys don't play as well, he's got a great shot. I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Yellow, 180. It's the mic. Go, night.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Our ball, baby. Our ball. It's ours.
He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Watch the screen.
On play action, Haskins. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, it's Haskins. And his pass incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. 3rd down here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
Just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Williams with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest holds for the 3rd most in a single year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. And Davis with it left side.
Yeah, baby, boom!
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping him on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long day.
They go play action now. Haskins. They will find Davis on the left side complete. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Ready. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? All day, punk. Ready, go. D, Mike's 50. Here we go, D, get up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I know you felt that one.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
You.
Mike, 36.
Yellow.
36.
Yeah, let's exit. 36 to
Mahomes
Mike.
now on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's it,
Call
ready?
that a very strong gain of 24. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
Yellow.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I'm not ready.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Mike's 50, Mike's
Now
50.
Mahomes.
I'm on.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah,
You can tell
baby.
they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback,
Let's go,
and it
baby.
comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
15 yards on the play, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Haskins. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Haskins. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw Haskins on the crossing route. Complete. It's Higgins. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you can give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now it's Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. It's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Toward the base. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. What? Go.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bullock's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Go, let's go!
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here I come.
Delta.
Mike 50.
On first down,
They're not ready for this.
Mahomes.
They
He's
still
going to
playing
air one
soccer.
out. It got
Y'all
his
playing the
man
wrong
complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he coughed it up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
Baby.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Haskins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go. Let's do
Now
this.
the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Caught left side Hopkins. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. On second down, here's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
I'm going to hit you all
Now that's often a surprise
day,
for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Hey, watch the lane. Check 50. Check 50.
Attack!
On third down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike, 30. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Watch 36.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Watch the run.
This is Miller, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage.
Hey, tighten down.
This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Yeah, good job, Home.
Tyrell Williams.
That's the way you make it spin.
With
That's the way you
touchdown
make
number
it spin, baby.
29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record, 31. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's go.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Let's go, D.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Situation. Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Haskins will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front and create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the 24, Haskins. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know you feel that.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
You don't want no
Offensively
problem.
with the lead,
You don't want no
you want to run the
problem
ball,
with me.
keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario,
Here we go,
tell
D.
you what they're looking
Here I
for,
come again.
and make sure that they're still attacking,
Here I come again.
yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's
got
made at
this.
the Packers' 27-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. This is Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Mahomes. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down
keep 15.
stop.
Single.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
The second down pass. Boom! Yeah, baby! A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Tight end's left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Danny.
They run it with Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple. Now Carson fumbles the football.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Let's go,
9
boys.
yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyrell Williams becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Hopkins with the extra point. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Let's go, let's go.
Now the Packers get set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Haskins to throw. Now a desperate, and this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Ready up. Left coming, left. Hey, watch the ball.
Now Haskins on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Hopkins. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout.
You got him.
Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The Packers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Haskins. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
Here we go.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll limp to the finish line with a final